camera. Alright, I think this is it. Just keep your head up. Let's rock. Just paid my dues for this bike, meaning poured my $2 worth of gas. And let's rock. Gotta make sure my odometer is back to 0. This is the only way I know how much gas is in this damn thing. Oh, the life of a thug, N-word. But what's going on, guys? This is the left-handed monkey. I'm making a little trip to Fry's right now because I bought a mouse that had a lot of buttons. I'll show you which mouse I bought to play Fortnite because I wanted to, you know, pay to win. Technically, you know. Yeah, in comparison to a kid that has like 2 buttons and a click and what is that, that rolling click, you know, that's like 3 buttons, and this mouse that I bought had like fucking 11, 13 buttons on the mouse that I could all customize to be where I want it to be. So I bought 2 mouses. If you buy 2 mouses, is it called 2 mice? I don't think so, right? Not in the computer world. But anyways, yeah, so we're just gonna head on over to Fry's and return one of them because the other one was better. As simple as that. But how are you guys doing? Semi-retired from Street Fighter until Cody drops. If you guys don't already know, we'll be back. But the game is mad stale right now. Like, just so stale. So we're not gonna hit the freeway because we're on a Rebel. If you guys watch the old videos, you know that I did hit the freeway and I couldn't get a ticket even if I wanted to, you know, and people were passing me by. I'm like, you know what, it's full throttle, guys. I'm doing 65. Leave me be. Thug till I die. Anyways, how are you guys doing? I'm gonna tell you guys about a scam, okay? Like, our poor little baby Rebel right here is actually on the chopping block right now. Yeah, I put her on Craigslist, which is a terrible thing to do. I should have listed her on something more prominent, as she deserves. But oh, you guys like my Gold's Gym fucking motorcycle gloves / workout gloves? Why wear gloves, you say? Well, just in case you fall. The gloves will, you know, you could use your hands to like skid. God forbid. So let's go on to this scam, okay? So you know how sketchy Craigslist can be, right? Like, mad sketchy. And but of course, you know, I made sure I read. Hold on, gotta pay attention to these. This is a wicked intersection. Anyways, because I'm posting on Craigslist, I went ahead and clicked on a link below that said watch out for scams, okay? I guess it's just like a you know, it happens enough that they actually have to warn their sellers or buyers, for that fact, about scams. And one of the scams was a PayPal scam, right? And it's very interesting. I'm like, a PayPal scam, what on earth could they possibly do with PayPal? So here's the skinny on this scam, okay? List something on Craigslist. Hey, you know what, you guys could do it for fun. List a vehicle. I think it happens mostly with you know, high ticket items like a car, even my motorcycle. So because it happened to me, and I'll show you the text that I got in screenshots. So the scam is, he would inquire about the bike, right? Oh, do you still have the bike? Is it still for sale? Yada yada. And then you would go, yes it is. And then he would write back, are you the first owner? Is it like, you know, the title free and clear? Why, yes it is. I am the first owner. I gotta stop. Hopefully nobody hits me from behind, because this is tough right here. Some people don't pay attention. They see a green light and they just keep going. I got hit like that once a long time ago in my old ass truck. That's what happened. The light was green. The car in front of me didn't go. The guy behind me, all he's looking at is the green light. Hits me straight smack dab from behind. Back then I had a bald head. I was wearing a wife beater. I came out like I was true thug life. And he gave me $500 for like a bent bumper, and I just said, I did? And that's how it went down. Anyways, those are old days. I wouldn't do that today. All right, we older, we wiser. I would have hopped out the car and said, you want me to call the cops, bruh? And that's about it. But anyways, back to this story, okay? So they're gonna ask you if it's free and clear, and you go, yes, I am the first owner, bought it straight out the lot, yo. And then he goes, is there any way that we could do this transaction with PayPal? No, wait, I can't remember well, I'm gonna show you anyways, but it was more or less insisting on PayPal, right? Right. So immediately I went, OMG, you know what, thanks, but no thanks. And he never texts back again. Because here's the scam, okay? When they use PayPal, PayPal only looks out for themselves. I'm gonna tell you that, okay? PayPal's like a fuckboy company, okay? I don't like PayPal. I have to use them because a lot of people trust them or whatnot, but they shouldn't, because PayPal's a fuckboy company. Anyways, moving on. So the scam is, they will PayPal you, though. The thing is, they will PayPal you whatever it is that you're asking for, right? And once you get the money, you're like, oh, cool, you know, there's no way they could get this back, right? And so you meet them up, you give them your bike, and the nightmare begins after that, okay? All the paperwork, whatevers. And the nightmare begins after that, because that wasn't their PayPal account. You see where I'm getting, guys? You know how everybody uses apps these days to pay for shit? Well, hackers would just hack into an app that somebody's account is linked to and just straight use that account to pay shit. I don't know how they do it. Don't ask me. I'm not that guy. So when you receive the money, it seems all good. You give him your bike's gone. He's leaving, right? You'll never find him. All the information was fake, whatevers. And PayPal will call you in a couple days and say, this was fraud. And you know what PayPal does? Here's the kicker, guys. They take all the fucking money back. Now, whose fault was this? Was it your fault? No. Right? Was it PayPal's fault? No. But who has to pay for it? You do. You're out one entire vehicle. Isn't that some shit? Now there's other like instances of using PayPal as a scam also. And I didn't look too much further into it, but I was just looking at this email, or not an email, it was an actual text. You know how it feels a little bit more personal when it goes to a device that you are, you know, you use a lot and are tied to. And you get this scam right on your phone, right on your text, you know? Only people that have your number could text you, and there's a scammer on the other side texting you. Now, when I got it, it was a number from 210. And I looked it up right away before I responded. I looked up 210. Where the fuck is this area code 210? It's San Antonio. I'm like, well, it's still in Texas. It still might be legit. But, I mean, what's he gonna tell me? You know what? I should have fucked around with this guy a little bit more than I did. I should have just said, oh, your phone number is from San Antonio. How are you gonna come get the bike? I just wanted him to make up shit, you know? He's just gonna have to answer for shit. And I could have said shit like, you know what? If it happens again, I will do it. If another scammer tries to inform about my bike I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna pretend my dad's like CIA or some shit like that. Let's have a little bit of fun with the next one. I was just in shock with this one that I didn't do it, and it ended rather quick with my oh my god, you know, the thanks but no thanks. So that's one way, guys. I mean, oh yeah, there's so much scammers today. You know, once upon a time, okay, I was going through YouTube, and for some reason I started getting these videos about hacking scammers, okay? Like, I guess a computer whiz or whatnot was hacking like scammers. What the scammer would do was, if you went to a website in which they infected or whatnot, they will infect your computer with a pop-up, okay? Now this pop-up, what it's gonna say is, you know, just to scare old people, your computer has been infected, you need to call this number or whatnot. And old people will fall for this all day and night. And you know how we know? Because I'll tell you how we know, all right, in a minute. But so when you're an old gullible person and you get this pop-up, you think it's legit because you don't know shit about computers or what an actual alert would look like, right? So you start, because Microsoft would never ask you to do shit like that, like call this, call that, right? Usually you just like, oh yeah, just take it into your local computer store or whatever's, but not call a number to fix your computer. So the little pop-up gives you a number to call, and on the other end is an Indian guy. Like, they're all Indian dudes that do this scam from India, right? So and then he would start asking you for things like personal information. He's basically trying to steal your identity at this point. And if you give it to him, then hey, he wins. You know, so there's this hacker guy who calls these numbers, right? And he actually can take over the scammer's computer, and you know, the scammer would get all mad and stuff like that. I mean, you could just YouTube it, like hacker scams scammer or something like that, and you'll get it. There's tons of it. And so, how do we know that this scam actually works? Because this, one of the hackers actually got into a scammer's computer and accessed their bank account, because he had, like, you know, a password saved on his bank account. So the hacker was able to go into the bank account and check the funds. The hacker or the scammer had over like $1 million, close to $1 million or some shit like that. So the hacker, what he did was start refunding people, and he was able to refund, I think, about 70 grand, 50 to 70 grand from what I can remember. I watched these videos so long ago. And but then later the account got shut off because I think the scammer figured it out, like his computer was compromised or whatnot. So I guess you could call that a feel-good story, can you guys? So that was my recent run-in via text with an actual scammer. That's crazy, man. Like, it was like within 1 hour of me posting my motorcycle on Craigslist. Oh, rebel. But who knows, as long as we don't fall for it, right, guys? But there's so many different levels of scams, you know. These are sadly to say probably more the low-level scammers. You know, this is basically preying on gullibility. The real scammers are the one that straight hack into your account and take everything, right? That's the true hackers. So we live in a crazy world, guys. Sometimes I want to cancel all my credit cards and just spend cash, but you can't get away with that either. How am I ever going to buy a house in the future with no credit, right? So everything's tied to credit to exist in the society as of now, unless you want to pay everything cash, and who the fuck could do that? Like, where am I going to come up with $500,000 to buy a house, right? One day. So yeah, just be careful, guys. Oh, I got my PayPal still. Remember, PayPal's run by a bunch of fuckboys? Don't forget that, okay? PayPal, I had somebody steal my PayPal to buy Subway in New York, the Bronx or some shit. I'm like, yo, I ain't from the Bronx, right? That's what I'm telling PayPal. Yo, you see where I'm calling you from? I'm calling you from Texas. Flexus from Long Beach to Texas, son. And they said, okay, we'll check into it. They refunded one of those Subway purchases and they didn't refund the other because they couldn't prove it. I'm like, these purchases happened within 30 minutes of each other. Some fucker is trying to lose weight on my dime. And yeah, a bunch of fuckboys. They only look out for themselves, man. Fuck PayPal. I wish there's something that came out that's like, you know, we just take them out, you know, show them what it's all about, man. Take care of your customers and the customers will take care of you type of shit. Because I think PayPal technically is a debit system, right? They're taking your money to pay for the shit that you want to buy, you know. It's much safer to use a credit card. I've had somebody try to use my credit card somewhere in the South, in the middle of America. We were at Fry's, in the middle of America, tried to buy Lowe's stuff. I think it's Home Depot or Lowe's, one of those. Try to charge $500. And then my credit card alerted me right away. Like, did you just try to make this $500 purchase? I go, hell no. I never spent like $5 at Home Depot, let alone $500 at Home Depot. Please stop them. And they did. They didn't let the transaction go through. I was very happy. And the credit cards, oh, okay. I didn't like the way he was turning. Anyways, we're here. We're gonna go ahead and go in Fry's and let's see if they let me return this mouse. I might as well show you right now. It's in my trunkety trunk. Trunkety trunk. Look at you guys, like my little fucked up trunk. I hope you do. Okay, so this is the mouse I got. I'm trying to aim it so that you guys can see. See how many buttons that thing has? Here. The Viper V570. Try. Hopefully you guys can see. I can't tell what I'm recording right now. See how many buttons that has? Pay to win, son. Technically like 13 buttons that you could program, but I got another one with only like 8 buttons that could program. So technically that is kind of pay to win. Okay, well, let's see if these guys let me bring this bad boy back, because I bought it in California.